Yes, people, what's happening? Big up yourselves. Apologies for being a little bit late. Was just trying to sort out some background stuff. But big up everyone. Appreciate you as always. I know you can rock with anyone on this day, but you're rocking with me. So I appreciate that. How's everyone feeling? FA Cup final. Do we care who wins this? Obviously, if you're a Man United fan watching, you're gonna want Man U to win. If you're a City fan watching, if you're watching this back. But neutrals, who do we actually want to win this game? Do we care who wins this game? Is it continue the domination, do a double, continue breaking records, Guardiola? Or do we always just hate Man United as Liverpool fans, if you're a Liverpool fan watching? To the point where City are the lesser two evils. Let me know, people. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Big up, everyone. Yeah, no worries, Shannon. I see you. Yeah, do you know what? Actually, time got away from me. Actually, I was trying to sort out something in the background. I thought, oh shit, I was supposed to start. So big up for reminding me. Actually, um, hey Marco, I hear you on that, but I think Ten Hag's gonna go. You know, bro. I think he's gonna go. I don't think he's gonna stay no matter what. Um, but yeah, I think they are. I think City are always gonna be the lesser of the two evils, aren't they? Always, always. So yeah. We'll see how this one goes. I mean, I don't think Man United stand a chance, but it is a final. It is a final. So you never know. You never know. Um, yeah, do you know what? This is a good point, actually. It's one of them games where you can laugh either way. You get to laugh at City if they actually let Man United beat them in a final. But then you can also smoke Man United for having the worst season in their history if they lose. Very good point, EM. Let me just sort out this background so I can get the score up for you guys when the game starts. Bear with me 1 second, people. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game as much as I can. Any game that Liverpool aren't playing in anyway. But yeah, this will be interesting. This will be very interesting. They're doing the national anthem right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the score sorted before the game starts, people. So apologies on that. That's what I was trying to get sorted out before, but my software has been playing up today. But I'm hoping I can at least get the score up. So let me try and get this sorted quickly before we start. They're doing the lineups as we speak, people. Ortega in goal, Walker, Stones, Ake, Guavadol at the back four, Rodri and Kovacic in a pivot, Silva, De Bruyne, Foden in a three behind Haaland. We might be seeing that formation a lot ourselves next season, which is quite interesting for the Liverpool fans. Almost finished, people. Will be with you in 1 second. I hope this game's competitive. That is the one thing I will say, though. I do really hope this game's competitive, regardless of whatever the outcome may be. Please let the game be competitive. I really don't want to sit here at like halftime or whatever, and the game is just so one-sided and easy that like we're not even bothered watching the game. Do you know what I mean? Like I definitely want this game to be competitive. Please. That's just all we need. We just need the game to be competitive, man. We really do. Right. We are almost about to kick off, people. And we've kicked off. We've kicked off, people. So if you want to sync up with me in that regard, the game is kicked off. 14, 15, 16. And we are underway. Yes, brother. What's happening, man?
Good, man. Good, man. It's a shame we ain't in the final, but it is what it is.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So I forgot to tell the people you were joining.
That's fine, bro.
I'm just trying to sort out some OBS stuff to get the score up and stuff. So bear with me. We should have Bayesian joining us between now and halftime as well.
Calm.
Big up John, who says he's also watching Rangers and Celtic in the Scottish final. That will be a fiery final. Bloody hell. Hold on. Have we got something that needs to go to VAR already? Guardiola's suited and booted.
So you know, like United are giving a damn because they're pressing like hell.
They are. To be fair to them, there's nothing they can't like it's because it's a one-off game, they can't have any excuses for anything. They just have to go for it, bro. They have to. There's no two ways about it. If they don't, then obviously it's just even more of an embarrassment.
Yeah, man.
Who do you think? I mean, is it stupid to even ask the question? Who do you think is actually going to win the game? Like, how are you feeling on it?
Man City, man. City's just if it feels like it's gonna be their trophy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, United aren't playing well. City, gonna go and win that. What's it called? That domestic double. It's looking like it's theirs, man.
Is there any chance Man United can do something though? Is there any like?
Obviously, there is a chance, obviously, but they're just gonna overwhelm them. I just see City just overwhelming United, and they ain't gonna do crap. I don't see them handling it.
I'd be very, very shocked. Very, very shocked if the outcome was anything other than Man City winning this game. But stranger things have happened, bro.
That's true, man.
Things have happened.
That is true.
Ian was making a good point. Because I was asking who do we want to win, and he basically said we can laugh at whoever loses, and it's true. We banter Man United for having the worst ever season in their history if they lose. But if somehow Man City let Man United beat them in the final,
yeah.
I mean, they've won the league, so we can't banter them. But like on the day, we can still really laugh at them. That's embarrassing because I know we let Man United beat us, so maybe it's a bit rich for us talking. but there was a lot of fluky circumstances around that game. I'm sure if Liverpool were playing in a final with Man United, we'd expect the win.
Yeah, 100%, man. We'll just have to wait and see what these guys do, man. These guys, I don't know. Who do you think will score today?
I wouldn't be surprised after the season he's having if Foden's the one who gets the winner, to be honest. I really wouldn't. He's coming to his own.
Any left-sided shouts?
Bernardo, he is someone who does get big goals in big games.
Guardiola?
Possibly.
He started.
Rodri's always capable of a screamer every now and again.
Yeah. I mean, Guardiola started.
Go on. I was just going to ask you about him. How are you feeling about the way he's developed?
I mean, he's developing in it. As in, I didn't expect him to go out and score these goals. I expected him to go and do his defensive duty, which he's done all right. But it's always potential, isn't it? When you buy someone who is 70-odd million and he's that age, you're buying his potential for the next 10 years. And he's got some serious potential. That's no doubt about it. No one can say that he hasn't got the potential to be a top centre back. But I'll just have to wait and see, man.
We will indeed. It's very interesting, isn't it?
What minute are you on?
Oh yeah, sorry. 5, 15, 16.
Oh shit.
Am I ahead?
You're like a minute ahead. I'm guessing you're watching it like live, aren't you?
Yeah. I can pause it, bro. Let me know.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You sure?
If it's like a minute ahead, then it's like
No, I can still pause. If I pause on 6 minutes,
if it was like 20 seconds, then it's fine. But if it's like a minute, then I'm not really that bothered. If it was Liverpool, then I'd be a little bit bothered. But I'm not bothered about this game. I just want to see some good football. I want to see what the goals are about. I want to see what these guys do.
Let me know though, because obviously it might annoy you.
Nah. Did you see the Leverkusen game on Wednesday?
Did it bother you? Were you actually upset?
No, not really. It was a bit weird. Like a lot of people cared about it, and a lot of people laughed at Alonso. And I'm like, bro, he's just won Leverkusen their first ever title in the history of the club, and you're still laughing at the guy. Like, come on, where's some self-respect? You know, just a bit weird.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how it happened. I know obviously Atalanta are very, very well driven, but I was 3-0. Like losing is one thing, but like they were almost embarrassed.
I think tactically Alonso got it completely wrong. As in like the players that he was playing, just like he wasn't playing with the striker, which was a bit weird. He was playing with the false nine at Wirtz at false 9, which is like Schick and Boniface have been great for you, and you're not going to put some trust in them. Like, it didn't make any sense at all. It really didn't.
No, I know it was a bit strange, wasn't it?
He almost did a Pep. Well, he didn't almost. He did a Pep. He overthought it. He overthought it, and it costed him. You know, so.
No, very true, very true. And I think the way Atalanta played just really catches people off guard. Like it even caught us off guard.
A little bit, yeah. It caught quite a bit of people off guard. Like, I didn't think they'll be able to dominate like that. You know,
I mean, obviously, Lookman had an absolute blinder, which you can never know if that's going to happen or not.
That's the thing with Lookman. You don't know what you're going to get with him. He could get like you could get the absolute baller that he is, or the inconsistent player that we kept seeing at Fulham.
Do you know what? I've always said he was a good player though. During the AFCON when he was badding it up, I always said to people, I'm really shocked that at Everton, they didn't find a way to get him in the team. I'm definitely surprised at the fact that he's had to go all the way to Italy to be able to find like a home.
Yeah. But I think it does suit him.
What, the Italian league?
Yeah, because he's a lot faster. He likes to play things at like 100 miles an hour. He's not that kind of player that prefers like other people being like quick and as physically dominant. I think the game being slower, he can just do what he can in Italy, and it's working for him, man. So
I've got the score up for you people. Apologies, the OBS stuff is messing around at the moment. It's asking me to do updates and all kind of stuff. So I will be using the ticker instead, and I'll get that OBS stuff sorted for when I start doing the Euros, which I'm kind of looking forward to at the moment.
are you proud of our boys, Curtis, Jarrell, them being called up for England, man?
100%. I mean, I hope that they actually do get to go, because they cut the team, don't they? And I'm not sure how many. Is it 20?
It's a 26-man squad.
Yeah, so 4 people have to be cut.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking.
Sorry, it's a 23-man squad. I apologize.
Oh, I thought it'd been upped.
No, it's 23, not 26.
Oh, I thought they upped it.
No. Oh.
10 minutes on the clock, people. If you wanna sync up, man. Like Sadiq, big up yourself, bro. But now, big up everyone, man. Big up everyone who's joining in at the moment. Audrey Laruto, Boo Rider, EMP, Martin, obviously Sadiq, big up yourself. John, big up yourself. Shannon, big up yourself. Ali, big up yourself. I don't think I've missed Big Fist. Man like Jav, Marco, Martin. Big up all of you lot, man. Big up everyone who's in the building. Smash that like button. Martin's asking Drift, who do you think will win the Euros and the Copa America? Big up Doogie just joining. The Euros, I think if England or France don't win it, they should be ridiculously ashamed of the fact that they had easily the best 2 squads. So I definitely think one of those 2 needs to win. Copa America's a funny one because like you get teams that will randomly just perform amazing during that tournament, and you're like, where on earth did that come from? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Uruguay won it, for example. Just out of nowhere, do you know what I mean? Obviously, we know they've got some good players, but they don't look at the moment like they could win it. Like, if there was a World Cup, you wouldn't say Uruguay were a favourite to win it. But, like, you never know with the Copa America. I don't know. What do you think, Ram? Who do you think will win either of those tournaments?
It's hard not to look past Argentina. I think generally they just have the better team overall. Don't look past Colombia. I think Colombia could do a little something, you know?
That's what I mean. They're one of those kind of teams that could easily win it, but you wouldn't ever actually, like, if there was a World Cup, you wouldn't be like, yeah, I think Colombia are gonna win this.
I hear you, man. I don't know.
Do you remember Chile? As good as Chile were, obviously, during that period, do you remember they won back-to-back Copa Americas, and you would have never thought they were the best team in South America at that time?
I think they had one of the best teams. Like they had Vidal. Obviously, the 2 players was Vidal and Sanchez, isn't it?
But do you remember during the World Cup, I don't even think they made it past the quarterfinals, did they?
I don't think they even, what's it called? I don't even think they qualified for World Cup.
Nah, surely I remember Chile being in the World. Were they not? Around what year did they win that? Because I remember Sanchez was balling out in the Copa America.
I'm trying to think.
Let's see when they won it. They won the Copa America in 2000 and...
So 2014, they got to the World Cup. But I would say that's before their best, like, generation. I would say that's before when you saw the likes of Sanchez and them, man, do their thing. But I don't know, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, sorry about that, bro. What was you saying, bro?
Now, the only time they went to the World Cup was in 2014. But I wouldn't even say that's their best like team then. It was like when they were starting to go up.
But that makes sense though, bro, because that's when they won it. So they won it in 2015 and they won it in 2016. So if they went to the World Cup, it was around the time they were winning the Copa America. So they were in there. Do you know what position they won or they got to? Sorry, that year
they got to round of 16.
See, that's crazy, bro. Imagine that they won the Copa America, but they only made the round of 16 in the World Cup. How weird is that?
Do you think it's down to like tactics? You know, the fact
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Maybe it's got something to do with pride. Like the Copa America, maybe. I know it sounds weird to say it means more than the World Cup because nothing should mean more than the World Cup. But do you get what I mean? Like it's the home pride.
Is it like you feel as though you have a chance of winning it whilst we're going to World Cup? You're like, oh, it's just too many teams. I don't think we're going to
and maybe you want to win it more. Maybe.
Because
because it's home soil, home pride, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, bro. But it is crazy. They only made the round of 16 in the World Cup, but won back-to-back Copa Americas, though.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
And played brilliant football during the Copa America as well.
Oh. Lisandro Martinez is back. God damn.
Yeah, he's been back for about a week or two, but he was obviously in light training. So I think that's the reason why he didn't play much Premier League. The crazy thing about it is they've taken a risk playing him and Varane because they're both kind of carrying a bit of a knock, so to speak. But it's the last game of the season, so I get it from a Man United point of view. You've got to win it, biggest game. Do you know what I mean? But from an individual point of view, though, let's be honest. Are they not thinking about summer tournaments? Like, what if they get re-injured and then it messes up? Like, do you know? I'm sure Lisandro would want to go and you know what I mean and play in the Copa America. So I am a little shocked that, like, from a personal point of view, they want to win the FA Cup final, but your whole tournament could be ruined if you get re-injured in the game. So Varane doesn't get called up for France anymore, so I guess he's not that bothered.
Yeah, he's what's it called? He's retired.
Oh, did he actually retire from?
Yeah, he's retired from French football now.
So for him, it's a minor. But Lisandro, you'd think he would maybe have that on his mind. You know what I mean?
I hear you, man.
That's always a weird one. Do you think as fans we get a lot more paranoid about things, but as professionals they just deal with it? Because if I'm Phil Foden as an example right now, and I know I'm about to lead England in the Euros because I am the best player in the team, of course I want to win the FA Cup. But if I pull a calf muscle and I'm out for a month during this game, and then it means I can't play in the Euros. Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do you think the players ever actually think about that kind of stuff? Or do you think we're just fans so we get paranoid on their behalf? What do you think?
I think it depends on the player. Certain players value international football above club football. But some players value club football over international football. I don't know. And especially when it comes to the South American players, like you could tell with what's his name? Diaz. Diaz holds international football a lot higher than what other players do, like he compared to what he does for Liverpool. So it's a weird one. I'm not entirely sure.
As it stands, it looks like Nunes values it more as well. I don't know if you saw what he said.
Oh, I haven't heard it.
Interviewed when he was about going to Uruguay and going with the international thing, and he said something along the lines of like that's where he feels at home and most comfortable.
I can understand that. I'm actually going to just quickly switch my camera.
He's he's definitely had a rough season, boy.
100%. But I think when he did the whole, what's it called? When he did the whole, took down his entire social media and that kind of stuff, I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man? Like, you can't be doing stuff like that.
If he was the first player to do it, I think it would have bothered me a lot more. But I remember there was a point when Thiago did it, and everyone was a bit like, "Oh, right, is he leaving?" Sometimes I just think players do things and they don't actually realize what it's going to look like, but they just do it. And with him, maybe he thought after his wife getting abused, he thought, "No, I need to make a bit of a statement here so people realize it's saying on."
Yeah.
But yeah, there have been quite a few players who've done it down the years. So, I mean, didn't Rashford even do it at one point?
Yeah, he did. He did. But I think
Yeah,
that was
I think they do it for a statement, or they don't realize what people will think. But if you want to make a statement, distancing yourself from the club, so it seems publicly, is the best way to make a statement.
But the club have been so supportive of him, though. That's the thing. That's why it don't make no sense to me. Like, the club has backed you from pillar to post. Like,
EK's saying that he did it at Benfica as well, apparently. I mean, is that rumours, though? Because it's easy to spread rumours. Or, like, did he actually do it at Benfica? Because why did... Oh! Ooh. I think it was John Stones maybe almost gave it away to McTominay. Man, you nearly scored, bruv.
Damn.
Hold on, Ortega, what are you doing, bruv? Man City are trying to throw the game. Paqueta will fit right in with these boys.
They're just adding a bit of spice to the game, man. Let's not do this, man.
Do you want to know something, yeah? Look, it's the end of the season, so let's just do it. Big up Unknown jumping in. Michael, EK joining in. Big up you boys jumping in. Big up everybody as well. 41 of you in the building. Appreciate you rocking with us when you could be anywhere else, man. Big up yourselves, people. Smash the like button. I'm going to do this, Ram. It's the end of the season. Liverpool didn't win what we wanted them to win, so I'm feeling very menacing. I don't really care at the moment. I'm in my villain arc. Haaland, let's have a conversation about this guy.
Oh, no.
Is the ability to put the ball in the back of the net so brilliantly with how good he can shoot a way to cover up being so technically basic at the highest level?
Drifty. Scoring goals is the highest, what's it called? What's the right word? It's the highest commodity you can get in football. It's the hardest thing to do, putting the ball in the back of the net. I'm not hearing it, man. I know where you're going with it, but I can't hear it.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions, bruv. I'm just hosting. I'm just hosting the host. Do you know what's crazy, bro? When I used to kick ball back in the day, yeah, I only got to semi-professional at the highest level, and I wasn't even that semi-professional for longer than a season. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some bad boy footballer. I wasn't. I was very similar to Haaland with regards to I wasn't that very technically gifted, but in front of goal, I hit the target all the time. Like my shot accuracy was brilliant, but I didn't have skills and all of that kind of stuff. So I was almost slightly similar in terms of that kind of how people perceive me. But I always used to let it bother me. And people around me would be like, bro, but you score goals, bro. So why'd you let it bother you? But it did bother me a bit that people didn't like rate me technically. So I think maybe it might bother Haaland a bit. I don't know.
Well, if it does bother you, then it's a good thing because it means that you want to get better. You want to. I
was terrible at heading, and I wasn't that technically great. But I was just so fast, and my shooting was so good that I would just always score goals regardless. I was a threat. But like, it did bother me when people would be like, you got to be better at this, and you got to be better at that. And you know, when you do like one-on-one tournaments and stuff like that with your friends, because I wasn't as technically good as the rest, it was a lot harder for me to do things like that because sometimes they'd run rings around me. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they were brilliantly on the ball. Imagine like Haaland trying to be in a cage doing a one-on-one with Foden. like Foden's just going to run rings around him. Like it wouldn't even be fair watching it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it did bother me in times like that. So I wonder if it bothers Haaland that like people talk about how basic he is in terms of his all-round game outside of the 18-yard box.
I think it will bother him. It will bother him because he's the kind of player that wants to be better. He wants to be a better footballer, wants to be overall a better player. He just has that mindset. But you still can't doubt, like, the guy scores goals. He's a great goal scorer, and he's one of the best.
Without a doubt. Although I will say, it's good for him that he is actually as prolific as he is, because I actually think his big chances missed are probably worse than everybody's. When you actually go back and watch some of them, I don't know how he manages to miss some of the chances he does, but fair play to him. He's always there to score the next one.
That's the thing. You can't doubt his mentality, man. Mentality's elite.
Yeah. That's one thing I would never take away from him. His mentality is next level.
It's crazy, man.
And he do you know what I think really helps him? His physique. Hold on. I liken him a little bit to Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury's boxing ability is brilliant. Like, he's really, really good as a boxer. But there's no doubt what actually made him champion and made him who he is his physique. Being bigger than everyone, longer reach than everyone, heavier than everyone. And then he just put the boxing ability on top. If Tyson Fury was like the same size as Usyk, I don't even think he would have been world champion.
Who would? Usyk, yeah.
If Tyson Fury was the same size as Usyk, I don't think he'd have made champion. I think it was.
Do you think he's physically that level though? If you're talking like on a I'm not talking from a height and like reach. I'm talking like from a physical like point of view, as in like muscle mass and everything.
Yeah. Because he's so much heavier than everyone. He's taller than everyone. His reach is longer than most. Like, he's just got such a physical advantage that you put his brilliant boxing skills on top, and it almost makes it impossible for you to beat him. Whereas if he was Usyk's height, what's Usyk? 6'2", I think.
Yeah, I think it's 6'1", 6'2".
6'1", yeah. If he was that, which is, it's above average human, but it's a very small heavyweight, I don't even think he would have been champion. And I think Haaland has a little bit of an advantage in that way. I think if Haaland has the exact same ability, but he's a height of Aguero, I don't even think he makes it to the top level. I think his physicality on top of what he's got is why he is who he is. But it's
very rare. I remember back in the day, it's very rare to find a tall player that was actually fast.
Yeah. And had good feet as well. Do you remember? That's why Peter Crouch was quite an anomaly, because he had really good feet and technique for such a tall player.
But he's so like, he wasn't physical. That was the issue, because he was 6'7", but was never physical. Like, he could never like bully like a defender. Like, it always felt like a defender could easily bully him. And it didn't make any sense. And then you have a guy who's built like a truck. He's about 6'4", 6'5", and also he runs like a proper athlete. Like, he has an athlete run. Like,
it's actually kind of crazy how fast he is for how tall he is, isn't it? It's like Usain Bolt in that regard. It's like, how are you so tall and so quick? It don't even make sense.
He's like an NFL player. Like, he's so physically dominant. And he's a bit of a cheat code. He is a bit of a cheat code. But I agree with the sentiments that he is not as technically brilliant as other strikers across the world, but he does what he does best, and he knows his assets, and he uses it to the best of his abilities. You can't knock him for that.
I know, not to double back too far, but Black Prince has made a good point here, in regards to why is it that if it was after his wife was attacked that he felt like he wanted to make a statement, everyone's like going in on him, saying he's being a baby and he's too thing and all that. Black Prince has got a point, man. His responsibility, first and foremost, forever, will always be his family. And
That is
any
true.
man who doesn't put his family first will be called all kinds of names. But then in the football world, when he puts his family first, we're like, he's soft, he's disrespected the club. Rah. It's kind of true when you think about it. Do you know what I mean? Imagine how his wife would have felt if he didn't make any kind of statement after she was abused. She'd be like, the fuck?
Be like, are you really backing the family? Is that
Do you know what I
really
mean?
you?
Like, you're going to back Liverpool over me? Hold on a minute. What's going on here? Do you know what I mean?
It'll be the whole talk of, Liverpool's just a club and they don't even treat
Hold
you
on.
right.
Ganacho! Oh, no!
Well, what happened, Drift?
We hyped up Guava, though. We hyped him up, Ram.
Oh,
We hyped
no.
him up. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, no. When you see it. They're checking for offside. It's a cup final, man.
Did you see the thing that came out about Liverpool and VAR this season, Drift?
Oh, he's off. Oh, is he on? It might be on. Oh, what now? We were bottom of the table in terms of we've been skanked the most times
net
for VAR.
VAR checks.
Do you want to know what though, bro? I made a joke about it online with Grizz. Man City, I don't think that was a real chart because Man City were way too low on that chart. I don't think it was a real chart. Man City were like 16th or 15th. Yeah, right. You're telling me that that's how low down on the list Man City are for advantage being given in for VAR? No chance, bro. Have you seen the goal yet?
I don't know if it's a goal or maybe they take into account red cards as well, but it's no, I don't know. I have seen the goal.
You've seen the goal now, yeah?
Yeah. Is it offside?
No. They checked that he was just on.
Yeah, it looks like Ake was playing him on.
Big up Squidly in the building.
Oh no, yeah. To be fair though, what is Ortega doing? But at that moment, you've got to, what's it called? Stay in the box and let your centre back get it back to you.
But we have to be honest though. That is a really poor bit of intelligence from Guavado though, because surely he can see his keeper coming out.
Mm-hmm. And also, you're playing against Garnacho, who's weak as, and you can
just barge him out the way and deal with it, man. How would you feel if you were Ten Hag, knowing that win, lose or draw, you're getting fired tomorrow? Would you really care about this game, honestly, if you know they're going to treat you that way?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what goes through his mind at times, but
like I mean, obviously it's a little bit different because his CV will say he won a cup, which is beneficial for him in the future. So I get he's always got to look at it from that point of view. But imagine if they called you in the morning at work and told you they're firing you, but they want you to finish out the day. Fuck off.
If someone did that to me at work, I'm just being like, fuck off, I ain't do shit.
No, Ram, imagine they called you in the office at 9 a.m. in the morning and said, we're firing you, but you have to finish out the day.
That's wild.
What?
That is so wild. How can you do that? Like, just thinking about it, like, how can you actually do that? Like, don't you have, like, any form of shame at all? Just telling a guy.
No idea, man. I really don't. This is an interesting one. Martin saying, with regards to the Haaland Fury comparison, would I say the same thing about Bolt? He's tall and he's quick because he has the long strides. Here's the thing, Martin. He's the only person in the history of the world that we've seen visibly that was able to know how to use that length. Because normally being a sprinter universally is shorter legs and shorter strides, but just done quicker. like it's universally known that it's quite hard to be that. I mean,
you don't have that acceleration as well.
That's the reason why he's a slow starter. Like, if you notice, he's normally a lot slower than everyone else at the beginning because the longer strides are a lot more difficult to get up to speed. So having top speed when you're taller is definitely beneficial. So it's known that you can be tall and be quick once you get going, but to be quick for the entire race, pretty much, that's what was always really difficult. So he's managed to be able to use it as an advantage, but for years it's been seen as a disadvantage. So it's an interesting one. Usain Bolt is just like, he's just an anomaly. I don't think we'll ever find somebody again who's really tall and is that quick. And he's not even muscular. Normally you've got to be very muscular as well. That's the crazy thing about Bolt. He's just an absolute like anomaly. Is crazy. Like, if you go back and look from Linford Christie to Gatlin to you know what I mean, like every sprinter that you can think of, like Gay, Powell, like all the best sprinters down here, they've always been around 6 foot tall and just built strong, proper muscular. Like, Usain Bolt isn't even really that muscular. It's a real freak of nature, man.
Would you say that though, Drifty? I've always saw him as he's a bit bulky, a bit of a bulky guy.
I mean, obviously he's muscular compared to the average man, but if you go back and you look at the sprinters over the years, bro, like look at someone like Linford Christie or like Asafa Powell or Justin Gatlin, or like they're built, blenched, proper, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can see their muscles through their clothes.
Easy
Whereas
with the Gatlin
Bolt's not
talk.
like that at all. Do you know what I mean?
Easy with the Gatlin talk. So man, don't rate him like that.
Yeah. I know. Once you fail a drugs test, it's always techie, innit? It's always techie still.
The techie but sticky, you know.
Shout out, man, like Linford Christie. I went to school with Linford Christie's son.
Damn.
Well, or was it his nephew? It was a long time ago now, but somebody who was related to Linford Christie went to my school.
To be fair, this game has been quite boring. Not gonna lie. Not much.
Yeah, other than the goal, it's been very uneventful, isn't it? But let's be honest. I don't care if I sound like a hater. What Man City games are exciting apart from the ones against Liverpool?
So the only Man City games that are exciting is when teams like Liverpool play against them. They're like high intensity, go at their throat kind of games. That's when they're like, it's eventful. But with this, like, these men are just like, they're just passing it around doing nothing, man. Like, do something.
Hold on. Oh no!
Is it 2-0? Or is it?
No, he's offside.
Is it 2-0?
Yeah, it was. It actually was Rashford. But I think the flag's gone up. Oh no, they're gonna check it.
God damn, what's going on with City, man?
Oh, Garnacho just off. Walker almost played him on. Almost. Yo, if that was 2-0, I think that's game over, you know. I don't think City could have come back from that.
Yeah,
because they're not playing well.
Not in Istanbul settings, man.
I mean, obviously they're capable, but if they went 2-0 down, if it was 2-0 half time the way they're playing, I don't know, man. You wouldn't put it past them, but you'd definitely be thinking to yourself, Man United could have this one in the bag here, because if they catch them on a counter attack and get free. Yeah, Madrid versus City games are quite entertaining, actually. That is a fair point from unknown. But I genuinely speaking, I think you can only enjoy Man City if you're a Man City fan. I think most neutrals don't enjoy watching Man City.
I mean, that's not a shade. That is facts. Like, not many neutrals like Man City. It's just their style of football is very is dead. It's very boring.
Do you know what? No, go on, bro. Go on.
No, go on, bro. Go.
No, I was just going to say, oh no, it's 2-0. I was just going to say, you know what? Man United are actually playing well. You actually can't, I hate Man United, but you've actually got to give them ratings. They're actually playing really well, and they actually deserve to be 2-0 up. They actually deserve to be winning. This isn't a fluke. They are actually having up Man City.
They might as well need to keep Ten Hag, man. What are they doing?
Ram, it was 9-1 for them to win, and I almost put a tenner on it for a laugh.
Oh, Drifty.
Why didn't I just put a tenner on it for a laugh? I was in the app. I was actually about.
Oh, you would have got a payout, wouldn't you? Early payout, because it's 2-0.
I would have got 90 quid. On a cash out at the moment, maybe it would have only been about 40 at the moment, maybe on a cash out, but I would have got 90 quid. And I thought, nah, I'm being stupid. Man United can't win this game. I just backed out.
Is it Kobe Minu who scored?
Yeah. You know what's crazy, yeah? When they were they did an interview with Manu before the game. And no wonder he's good at finishing. Until he was 15, he was a striker.
Makes sense.
So it makes sense why he's a midfielder. That he said he hated not being involved, which is why I wanted to become a midfielder, because strikers don't get the ball very often. But no wonder he's good at finishing.
That's the proper midfielder mindset. You got to have the ball. If you're a midfielder, you got to be comfortable having the ball and dictating play or doing whatever. But
Man City are actually getting embarrassed at the moment. They're actually being embarrassed. And I tell you what's crazy.
Who do they have on the bench?
Let me ask you something. Even though Liverpool should have won both cups and there's no excuse, does it make you feel a bit better to go out to the 2 winners?
No.
Does it not?
No, because it just makes you think, if we only beat them, we could have won.
Oh yeah, of course. But for some reason, it always does make me feel a little bit better when we lose to the winners, because then I think to myself, well, at least we didn't go out for no reason. Because if you go out and then the team that beats you just gets knocked out in the next round, you think, for fuck's sake, man. But
it's closure, innit? But
yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. It gives you a little bit of closure on your disappointment.
No, but I don't see it like that, man, honestly.
Yeah, I should have trusted my gut, man. I should have.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Kevin saying we would have smoked City if Man United can. To
be fair, the last time we played City, we did smoke them.
Oh my God, let me change this banner. Yeah, we did actually completely bop them off the park in the semi-final.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the season.
Oh, what, in the league, you mean?
Yeah. The last time we played them, we did.
Yeah. That in my opinion, that's the most Man City have ever been dominated since Guardiola got there. I think that game is the most. Maybe I've missed a game here or there, but that game is the most Man City have ever been dominated, and we should have had.
Would you say a good Man City team? Because they did get bucked 4-0 by Everton in his first season.
Oh yeah. All right. Since he actually got his team together, then yeah. That first season, I know it might sound stupid, but I don't count it because Guardiola just got there and he was just figuring out, Wagwan.
Yeah.
It's why when Chelsea fans say they beat Guardiola to a title, I'm like, technically you did, but really deep down you can't actually feel like you beat like Pep. It's his first season.
I still can't believe what happened this season, man. Like, how?
Should I trust my gut instinct right now and put a little bet on for City to equalise? Because there's a part of me thinking this is Man United's fun, and then City are just going to do the Thanos thing and be like, let him have his fun, and then all of a sudden it's just going to be brat.
Yeah, that's true. Might as well though, Drift. Like a little.
Let me see what the odds are. Let me see what the odds are right now on a Man City comeback.
Little flutter.
Look, this is how Man City are just so good. It's only 3.9 because I do mine in decimals.
Oh.
I understand decimals more. So it's only 3.9 for a draw and 4.4 for a win. So at this point, a tenner still only gets me £39.
Damn.
It's not worth it.
It ain't worth it, Drift.
Not worth it.
Unless you make a quick little, or you can't make accas now, can you?
I don't think there's any more games on today. Let me check what other games. Oh yeah, I got the Celtic game, which is 0-0. I could add that in an ACCA. Atletico playing Sociedad at the moment. I could put an ACCA in on that.
You can't make a bet builder, can you? Well, that's too late.
I can, but I'd have to do an in-play builder because all the games have already kicked off.
Oh shit.
Although later on today, Real Madrid are playing Betis.
Is that La Liga or Copa del Rey?
La Liga.
Oh, they still haven't completed the season yet.
Do you know what? Neither of Italy. There's Serie A games today. Neither of Holland. Hold on. Is England the only league that's finished?
Nah, in Netherlands, they've got to finish.
Nah, bro. There's Excelsior are playing Den Haag today.
Is that like a relegation playoff?
It just says Dutch Eredivisie. I don't know what the status of the game is, but it's definitely in the league. The cup, the cup final in France is happening today, so I could add that in. Yeah. So there are a few games still to play. I could maybe do a City comeback and then add a few bet builders in there. I'll have a think about it at half time. Lyon versus PSG cup final. That's interesting.
You got to back PSG, innit?
I don't know, look at this, bro. Look at this cup final here. You just never know in cup finals, man. You just don't. Big up everyone joining. Got 60 of you in the building. Really appreciate you, man. Please do smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to Ram's channel as well, people. I'm not even going to lie to you, Ram, yeah? I'm looking at this situation. I said something at the beginning of the season and people would have called me a hater for it. But I was just calling what I saw. As talented as De Bruyne is, I actually think he's rapidly on the decline. And with a player like De Bruyne, you can always use him when need be, and he'll still be an absolute brilliant asset for you. But in terms of week in, week out, City have to move on from him now, in my opinion.
They have to find someone a little bit different from De Bruyne. They can't rely on him anymore. As they can rely on him for a couple of games, but not for an entire season. I don't think anymore. Like
that's what I mean. Like you've got to do what we always used to say we should do with Thiago, use him where and when needed, rather than every week. He doesn't seem to have the legs anymore to be able to do it week in, week out. Half time.
Gee.
Do you know what? Kelvin's got a point. There's probably someone out there right now that made a huge bet, and they're like, "Oh shit, I'm about to lose it all."
Oh man.
Big up Dynamic. There's a couple finals, yeah. No, that's wild. And I met a homeless person who actually lost their house through betting. It's actually no joke. People actually do make wild, crazy
decisions.
Yeah, man. I think he said it was poker, and he bet, and he lost his wife, he lost his family, he lost his house. That's when you've got to
That's when you hit rock bottom.
Yeah, if your gambling gets to the point where you lose your house and your family, that's when you've really got to get some help.
Yeah.
Rooney out here looking like Ricky Hatton between fight camps.
Boy. Man, he looks so different, man.
You would never, if you had your little 8-year-old son and you were like, son, see that guy there? He's the greatest player to ever play for England.
Yeah.
Your son would be like, what? Him? But he's the greatest player to ever play for England.
To be fair, it'll be the same thing for Schneider when you tell your son, like, son, this used to be one of the best midfielders in the world.
Yeah,
the best. True. He should have won a Ballon d'Or in 2010. And he'll be like, what? You just look at Schneider and be like, oh my God.
I tell you what's crazy as well. Chelsea don't get Europe. So right now they're shitting themselves.
Oh, yeah. Is it me or have a lot of Chelsea fans been a little bit more vocal and a little bit more cocky now?
Because they made a rally cry at the end, and I'm not going to lie, they did well, man, to qualify for Europe after how shocking their season was.
Because do you know what? I've always been, if you've had a good end to the season, that means there's a good setup for next season. But I've realized it's not always the case. It's always the case for us. If we do have if we have an amazing end to a season, next season you could put your money on the fact that we're going to do well. But for everybody else, it's just like a bit of like a false sense of security. Like you don't know whether you're going to be better or not.
Yeah, I was wrong, Ram. They get conference if Man United win it. So they get put in the competition nobody wants to be in.
Fucking hell. I mean, no one cares, do they? I mean, Chelsea's still Chelsea, isn't it? It's just dead.
All right. Let me try and give the Chelsea fans a little bit of encouragement on that. They will win the conference if they get put into it.
I wouldn't say that
to start to breed some confidence into a young team. Would a guaranteed trophy win not maybe be beneficial?
I don't think it's guaranteed though, Drift.
I mean, who would stop Chelsea in that tournament, bro?
I need to see the list, though. I need to see the list.
Like, you might get a random Fiorentina in there, maybe, or something like that, but surely.
I mean, we said the same with Olympiacos against Aston Villa, though, Drift, didn't we?
Yeah, but Villa don't have that pedigree, though. Do you know what I mean, bruv? I know Unai does, but Villa don't. At least Olympiacos are year in, year out Europeans. Like, I think people take that bit for granted. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're not on some elite level or anything, but they are still in Europe every single season and they're used to it. Whereas Villa, none of those Villa players have really played in Europe. Do you know what I mean? Like, did Bailey play in Europe for Leverkusen?
Yes.
Okay, so Bailey was used to it. Who else? Luiz, I don't know if he's played Europe before. McGinn, I don't know if he's played Europe before.
No. I'll say the only players will probably be Diego Carlos, Luca Digne,
yeah,
Moussa Diaby, Leon Bailey. I think that's pretty much it. I think everybody else was like, they haven't really had that experience.
Do you know what Guardado did there? Guardado had a Van Dijk moment against Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost exactly the same.
Except Van Dijk didn't head the ball. No one touched the ball. It was just, they all just froze.
Martinez has won the World Cup, that's true. So he does have that experience. But it's not a trophy, it's a vase. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting in the second half, people. Very interesting. 2-0. 2-0 at halftime, people. I'm in shock right now. I can't believe what I'm watching. How are we feeling about this game so far, people? It was a little bit boring until Man United got the second goal.
Things have got to happen in the second half, man. If not, then what are we doing here? It's been a bloody boring game. Who would you ideally want to win, Drift, though? That's the thing.
If I'm being honest, it probably would be City because nobody gives a shit and they're just the lesser of the evils. You're gonna hear Man United fans trying to compare the season to ours if they win this.
Oh, you know how they are. Of course they will.
Like, shamelessly, they will compare their season to ours.
Well, hopefully it gives them that false sense of security, man.
But they're still gonna get rid of Ten Hag. That's the thing.
And then when they start losing games, they'll be like, "Why did you get rid of Ten Hag? He won you 2 trophies, man." And all
Do you
those
know
Ten
what?
Hag
Here's a very interesting thing that Just Memes has just said. Man United have had a better season than Arsenal if they win.
No,
Bro.
they haven't.
Bro, I know in the league they're worlds apart, but they've got a trophy.
That means
So you cut out there, bro. Say that again.
that means they've had a better season than us, Drift.
No, bro, because we got a trophy. Regardless
Yeah,
of whether the FA Cup is a higher level trophy or not, we put on a title challenge and won a trophy. They was abysmal, broke worst records and won a trophy. So Liverpool would have still had a better season.
Nah, I'm sorry, Drift. I can't. It's not. It's not computing, man.
I mean, if that's what you think, then fair enough. But you can't have the league campaign they had, and then a trophy makes you better than another team who won a trophy. Not for me.
Nah.
But for Arsenal not winning a trophy, then you have to have the conversation.
I'm not entirely sure, Drifty, man. I don't see it, man.
The FA Cup isn't greater than the League Cup enough to overtake the gap in the league that we have over Man United. It doesn't, bro. But yeah, it's an interesting conversation for the Arsenal fans with Man United. What it means is that if they win this, we can't laugh at them as Liverpool fans. If Man United win the cup, like we can't like banter them throughout the summer and laugh at them and all that stuff, because obviously they did get the trophy. But there's no way that they had a better season than us.
Trying to see what's our trophy total at this moment?
43 or 44. 43 or 44, one of the two.
Are we including Community Shields as well?
I think they do when they do the overall thing. I think they do. I'm not sure if they call it major honors and then they call it trophies, but I think they do include charity shields, which I think is ridiculous.
Because it said that we have 68 trophies and they've got 67.
Oh, so that means they do count. Public sector here is saying that the charity shield doesn't count. So Liverpool are on 46 and United are on 43.
No, I don't mind counting the charity shield. I don't count sharing it. Like if you share it, then it's like, no, I'm sorry, that don't count. So I'm just trying to have a look.
I don't think charity shield should be included.
2, 3, 4,
it's a glorified friendly, man. There's surely that doesn't get counted.
4.
How many times have we won the charity shield?
We've won it 16 times.
16, yeah. I'm not counting that, man. Man United have probably won it more than 16 as well.
Yeah, right? They won it 21 times.
Yeah, if they want to use that to help them to have more trophies than us, then let them do that. But I wouldn't count the charity shield. It's a game you want to win for the banter during the match. Nobody cares about it. And I'm telling you, that trophy has a jinx on it. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal won that charity shield, had all the swagger after it, still didn't win a trophy this season. We won it last season, went on to have one of our worst seasons ever under Klopp. I don't like that charity shield. It's a bit of a jinx, bro. I warned them Arsenal fans after they won it.
The curse.
I think there's only 2 clubs. If I'm not mistaken, Ferguson and Mourinho, on 2 separate occasions, are the only managers who've gone on and won the league after winning the charity shield, if I'm not mistaken.
And Guardiola.
Oh, okay, so only 3 times in the history of the Charity Shield is the team that won it, then won the league. That's a jinx cup, man. I don't even want to win that cup, bro.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Still halftime, people. Big up, everyone. Yeah, man, it's definitely a curse. Super Cup and the World Club Cup don't count because it's not in Europe. Is that true? But it's still a major honor, though.
Nah, that's the thing. Because if you're gonna count if you're not gonna count the Charity Shield, you're not gonna. I don't think you should count the Super Cup.
Nah, but bro, you can be in the Charity Shield because you finished second in the league or you were runner-up in the FA Cup and you didn't even win anything. Whereas to win the Super Cup, you had to have been a European champion the season before.
But you can say the same about you have to win the domestic cup and you have to win the league title to qualify for the Charity Shield.
No, but you don't, bro, because you could be runner-up in the league or runner-up in the cup and still be in the Charity Shield. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it happened to us. Remember, we were only there because Man City won everything. Do you remember the season we were runner-up? Man City did the domestic treble, so they just put Liverpool in it because there's no one else they could put in it.
Come on, bro. Also Watford. Yeah.
Come on, man. That's ridiculous. So if we win it, we're in there and we didn't even win anything to get in it, and then we win it. You know, but with the Super Cup, you are only there because you're a European champion from the season before. Do you know what I mean?
What about Europa Conference? Like, as in, like, if you don't win. For me, personally...
What, would I count the Europa Conference as a major honour? Yeah, I would. It's low level, but it's still a major honour. It's still a European tournament that you had to play 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games or whatever it is to win it.
I mean, for me...
I would count it.
I think... You've got to... I think you got to put respect on... I think for me, you got to put respect on the Community Shield. It's still a... If it was called the English Super Cup and it had a fancier name, I think people would put more respect on it. But I think because it's called the Community Shield, I don't think you should celebrate it like crazy, like certain people want to do. But you still got to acknowledge it as like a major trophy, in my opinion.
Yeah. I really find it strange that they don't count the World Club Cup as a major honor because it's not in Europe. Why are we only counting? What's with the European prejudice? Why are we only counting things that happen in Europe? Like, hold on a minute. Like, we've just won a tournament that says technically for this year we're the best in the whole world, and then it doesn't get counted in the trophy hall. What? That's weird. Second half kicking off, people. Doku's on. You were right, bro. Yeah, Doku's on.
You know what? It's even though Liverpool ain't playing, it's still a very, very nice day. I guarantee you, I've never remembered the FA Cup final where it's not been.
Kind of true. You're right. I don't remember ever like watching like a rainy FA Cup final.
Yeah, it's just like every FA Cup final I remember has been sunny or just like good weather.
It's like pick a day trip the same day as the cup final, isn't it? Because you're always guaranteed to have good weather.
Yeah, even like Champions League, I could still have like a couple of like rainy days. You know, obviously in Russia, like 2008, it was rain. It was pissing down with rain. What's it called? I think that's pretty much it. I think 2008 was the only one where it was like properly raining like hell. But I don't know if in Turkey was raining in Turkey, but always good weather.
I don't think it was. No.
Always good weather for the.
At that time of the year, Turkey's very hot. I know obviously it could rain, yeah, but like generally speaking, it's very hot in Turkey around that time. I think it's just because we live in England why we get quite surprised by it. Because any other part of the world and a hot day in May is guaranteed. But in England, yeah.
It can rain, man. It can rain in England, man. Heck, it could flipping snow in spring.
Do you know what I mean? For people who don't live in England, we get rain about 70% of the year, I would say.
70% of the year. If it's not rain, then it's cold. Like,
yeah.
Crazy,
like, it was cold up to about 3 weeks ago. Actually, in fact, last week I put my heating on. How about that? There was actually an evening last week when I put my heating on.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't get me wrong, I was walking around in shorts and t-shirt, and maybe I should have just got dressed instead, but it was actually cold enough that for an hour I put the heating on.
I prefer the cold than the heat, man, honestly. People call me weird for that, but I prefer...
No. I don't call you weird at all, because you can warm up, but you can't cool down. So I understand people that prefer the cold to the warm. I do.
See what I mean?
There is absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, in regards to heat worse on this planet than trying to get to sleep, sweating your ass off. There's absolutely nothing worse than that. I don't care what anyone says.
And when you try to cool down, your body's like, I'm too cold, I need to warm up. And then you just get even hotter. It's like, oh my days.
I've actually woken up with a cold, Ram, because I had the fan on me so I could fall asleep. But obviously the cold air on me all night has messed me up, and I woke up with a blocked nose. How's that even work, bro?
Crazy. Know, man. The body's weird, man.
Yeah. I obviously I prefer warm weather in general, because it's just so much more pleasant, so much more enjoyable in that regard. But you're right, trying to get to sleep in London in the humidity, nah, it's not the one. It's not the one.
If there's like the best weather to have is like having a gentle breeze, like having a nice breeze around, and it's nice, it's warm weather. Like say like 20 degrees Celsius with a nice gentle breeze just around is beautiful. But like having it at 30 degrees with flipping humidity, no way. I do not want that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't need
and
that.
You've got and I know a lot of foreign countries, they've got like AC in their house as a standard, but in England we don't. So we don't even just get to put on the AC.
Yeah, because it seems like it's too much. Like it's wasting money in the sense of you're using that AC just for 3 months a year,
2 weeks of the year, basically, in England.
Yeah, if you're gonna toast it all up.
Plus, it's very expensive to install it as well. Hold on, no. Oof.
What does it do now?
If Bruno's through baller had got in, Man City are getting havoc. Do you know what? If you're a Man United fan, Ram, do you not ask yourself the question, how on earth do you perform like this in the final, but all year you're as bad as you were?
They always do this. They always do this. They played well against us, didn't they? Although we should have smacked them, honestly. We should have slapped them. I hate it when we don't play well against these, man. It's just like just giving them ammunition just to talk. Hopefully Arne Slot can get rid of that in our system and we can start.
Let's have a real conversation here now, right? Can you sack a manager who's won back-to-back trophies?
Yeah, Chelsea did it.
But didn't we all look at it and say that it was nonsensical?
Yep, we did.
It is amazing to me how poor of a footballer, what's his name is, Wan-Bissaka. As brilliant as he is at tackling, he's such a poor footballer. His passing, his dribbling, like, it's crazy. And he used to be a midfielder, which makes no sense.
Yeah. Do you know what's a bit annoying? I remember United fans saying that, oh, he's such a good tackler, he loves the slide tackle. I'm like, you do realize if you get him up against someone who's very tricky and like loves to skill, he's gonna have problems because he's just gonna keep fouling them. I think it was one time, it was Sam Maximan was against him, and he was tearing him up a new one. Like, Every single time, it was like, I'm going to take you on. I don't care what you're going to do.
Being good at slide tackling might be seen as an asset, but to a degree, it means that you're constantly being beaten. That's why you have to keep slide tackling.
And also, if you constantly side tackle and you say you're good at it, one moment where just a quick turn and you mistime it, you give away fouls.
Rob, that's how he gave away the penalty against us.
Yeah. And they try to, and United fans try to do the whole, what's it called? Elliot dragged his leg so that he could initiate contact. And I'm like, bro, tell your man to stop slide tackling in the box and just tackle properly. How about that?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I remember Robbo did a similar thing where he just mistimed the tackle. He was a bit wild with the tackle. And I was like, bro, why are you swinging your leg like that? Like, you just asking to give away a penalty. So I keep it consistent. I'm very harsh when it comes to centers, defenders slide tackling into the box. Like you're asking for trouble.
It's gonna be 3-0.
Is it?
Oh, Man City are getting pieced. This is embarrassing. If I'm a Man City fan right now, I'm actually embarrassed about the way my team's playing.
I want to see what they're gonna say, man.
They'll try and they'll. To be fair, because they're league champions, they'll just fob it off, and I probably would as well. But you can't help but think of the disappointment.
What was Gerrard doing? Well, Gerrard was taking injections to stay fit because he was being overplayed when he had that groin injury. People don't remember that. People forget, like Steven Gerrard, the amount of painkillers he had to take because he kept on being played whilst he was injured was wild.
Bro,
he had like a severe injury.
And that Chelsea game 13-14 when he slipped, he had an epidural before that match, bro.
It's crazy, man.
Like, a lot of people actually don't know that. But that's what you give pregnant ladies because of how painful childbirth is. A man had to have that to play. He shouldn't have been out there, bro.
Stops your back from, alleviates so much pain on your back. It's crazy. Crazy.
That's how much back pain he was having, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Well, are we talking metaphorically or physically?
Both. Oh! Haaland's at the crossbar.
They're not going to win, are they?
See, Haaland, if he was more prolific without all those big chances missed, you'd have made it 2-1, mate.
Yeah, man.
There's another one to add to his tally. I'm being so shameless right now. I don't care.
So Drifty, I've got a question for you, yeah?
Go for it.
If Arne Slot comes in, I mean, obviously he's come in and said that he's going to use Nunez, he's going to back him. If he comes in and be like, look, guys, I'm not really keen on Nunez. I want to get my guy in, Santiago Jimenez. What would you do? Would you back it, or would you be like, bro, why are you doing this?
As much as I do rate and love Nunez, I'd have to be like, maybe the manager has seen something that he feels isn't going to work with the way he wants to play, and the only way we're going to be successful is if we actually give the manager what he needs. So there'd be a part of me really annoyed, but I'd understand.
I'm just curious who we're going to get.
And it would also mean that we'd have to get enough money for him that would warrant it in regards to so we can get a ready replacement as well. Because, well, here's the thing, Ram. All right, let's take away from the fact whether people rate Nunez or not, because I know most people don't anymore. If you look around the world, people would disagree with me on this as well. I don't think Osimhen is much better than Nunez. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. No, it's fine if people disagree. For me, Osimhen was definitely hyped up way more than he should have been.
That's true.
So if you think he's better, that's fine. But you got to pay over 100 mil for Osimhen. Outside of Osimhen, outside of Ivan Toney, Who is a brilliant number 9 in world football that you would say, right, Liverpool, go and get him? Like Ivan Toney and Osimhen are the only 2 forwards in world football that I can think who are also available and realistic, where you would go, right, if you're selling Nunes, he's the striker, go and buy him. Apart from those 2, who even is there in the world? So that's the reason why I asked. Do you know what, EK? I don't think Isak is realistic. Newcastle aren't selling him.
Plus, he would die. He would die in our system.
Yeah.
Like, he has had so many muscle injuries, he would actually die in our system.
Like, so we have to be realistic. Who actually is better out there? Who's available? So it's just Tony or Osimhen. That's
statistically, people would say that the guy that what's his name? The guy that Arne Slot had is better than him.
Yeah, I've heard, but I hope. And you know what? I was watching ESPN. I know they do a lot of like stupidness when they talk sometimes. Like they're just about banter. But I was watching one, and they had Melchior, and he was talking. And to be fair to him, he was being very honest about Dutch football, being a Dutchman himself. And he himself said, you don't bring Dutch players with you when you come to England because it's too hard of an adaptation, and that was the mistake. That was the mistake Ten Hag made. He bought players from the Dutch league with him in his first season to try and help him adapt, and it meant all of them were adapting at the same time, and he thinks that's a bad idea. So he was saying that he just hopes that Slot doesn't do that. So that's a Dutch person talking about Dutch football. Would it be ideal then to go and get a player who plays in the Dutch league to come and lead the line when there's even Dutch people themselves saying, like, settle down a bit first before you start bringing the Dutch players with you?
Possibly.
Or not necessarily Dutch by nationality, but Dutch league players who are coming from the Dutch league.
I thought Melchior was Dutch.
Yeah, he is Dutch, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean. So it's not him being insulting. If he's talking about his own country, then he's just being honest. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that, but for me, if you're a good finisher,
big up
then I'm like, nah, you've got to come. If you're a good footballer, then please bring him in.
Yeah. I mean, big up Sammy in the building as always. Look at the fact, I know you could say they were waiting on Mbappe, but look at the fact that Real Madrid even had to just settle with Joselu for a season because of how little forwards there are available in the world.
Should I drift? I'm looking at CIES, so he's like the football thing, like stats, does the markets like valuation and all that kind of shit. In terms of conversion rate this season, with 1.57 goals per 90 and a conversion rate of 37%, in relation to shots taken, Bayern Munich centre forward Harry Kane tops the list. Oh, crap. Tops the list. Feyenoord's Mexican striker Santiago Jimenez is second, 1.4 goals per game, with a shot conversion of 33%. Then while Real Madrid's English attacking midfielder Jude Bellingham and the new Congolese international from Braga, Simon Banza, are tied in third position. Then it's Lautaro Martinez, Erling Haaland, then Kylian Mbappe. If the guy has got a conversion rate of 33%, I'm telling you that's not bad.
So would you take a risk on? Would you sell Nunes and take a risk then?
For this guy, possibly. I think it's also because of the fact he's a goal scorer and he knows the system, and I think his song would be sick as well. I think we could make a sick song for him, honestly.
Is there any way you can go back through the years on that chart that you was just looking at, or is it only based on this? Like, can you do what you can do on Transfer Market, where you can like change the year and then see what it was like for previous years?
I can only do it for clubs, unfortunately. I can't do it for players. I'm gonna see if I can have a look.
Okay, because I was just gonna ask if you could see what the conversion rate was like for Nunes in his final season at Benfica before we bought him. An hour on the clock, guys. 61 minutes, and it's looking more likely that Man U will get a third than City will score one. Man U, they're in again. McTominay. Oh, why would you shoot, bruv? McTominay's feeling himself too much these days.
He used to play as a striker.
Yeah, I know. How would you become a DM if you used to be a striker? That's crazy, isn't it?
If you're 6'4" and above, then it's pretty good.
No wonder he's not a good DM.
I wonder if Squawker does it. Just having a look. Who would you want to buy, Drift, this summer? Like, you're like director of football, and there's positions that you need to fill. Where would you want to fill? Or actually, no, you're speaking to Michael Edwards, and I can't remember his name. Something Hughes, Richard Hughes. And you're like the manager. Like, we need players in these positions. What would it be?
I'm telling them to get a left-sided centre back that can play left back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling them to get a DM absolute priority, and I'm telling them to buy a right winger who's special enough to be able to play in other forward positions if need be. And then if there's money left over, I'm buying a striker. But I'm still keeping Núñez, because I do believe the fact that Jota is flexible across the front three means that it also means you can play him in other roles, even if he's best down the middle. And I think the 2 or 3 months every season that Jota misses through injury, it's integral to have more than one backup player. Hold on. Alvarez, absolute sitter missed. Absolute sitter missed. And this is what I'm saying, Man City. You laughed at Liverpool's forwards. What's happening today with yours? Yeah, that's what I would do, bro. I'd go and buy Ivan. If the rumors are true that Ivan Toney is 40 million, I'd keep Núñez and buy Toney. Why not dominate and have all options? Why do we have to get rid of one to buy one? Why can't we have both? Especially that you can operate Núñez on the left. Why can't you just have both? I'm very confused. Kudos. Yeah, Kudos could be a very special signing for us if we was to get him.
So
Martin's saying about Lenny Yoro. Have you heard anything about that?
He's a young French centre back who plays for Lille. But I have a feeling he's gonna go. Aro has a feeling he'll go to PSG.
I haven't heard anything about it though. I haven't heard anything. I'll be honest with you though. Would it not be really silly to buy another player of that young? Like, we got quite a lot of young players now. Maybe it is time to get a couple seasoned men that were like 26.
Would you get Schlotterbeck? I recommended him last season.
Less I don't know too much. I don't know too much about him, if I'm being totally honest, bro.
Shit.
Yeah, I think Euro would be a bit of a mad one.
He's gonna be
young,
a lot
man.
of
He's
money.
18. We don't need any more youngers, man. But yeah, if like I said, if the rumors are true that Ivan Toney's only 40 million, yeah, you just buy Toney and you keep Núñez, and you just have a squad.
Homegrown as well.
To win things, you have a squad, man. That makes perfect sense to me. And then Núñez can play left or centre. Jota can play left, centre or right. Diaz can play left or right. And then your only fixed into a position player would be Toney. Gakpo can play multiple roles.
Would you play Harvey at right wing?
There'd be no need if we bought Toney, because you'd have Jota, Diaz, and Salah that can play right wing.
I'm going to say this. I think if Salah is not available, we play Harvey Elliott right wing.
Not if Jota's fit, bro. If Jota's fit, I'd play Jota right wing.
Ahead of Jota as well.
Would you really? I think
you know
Jota's
what,
pretty impressive at right wing.
I said this on Hassan's channel last season. If Harvey Elliott can master that Coutinho trait, he
What you mean? One of the hardest things to do.
He would.
One of the
cook.
hardest things to do, bro.
I know it's one of the hardest things to do, but he would cook. He would cook.
Do you know what's crazy, bro? They were doing the Premier League years the other day, yeah, and they did 13, 14, and then they did 15, 16. Klopp's first season was 15, 16, right? Yeah, they did 13, 14, and then they did 15, 16. I don't know if they're trying to rub it in for Liverpool fans or whatever, but they did that back-to-back the other day, Premier League years on Sky, and I was watching it. And, bro, Coutinho is the greatest thing that never happened to Liverpool. If we'd have just kept Coutinho and he wanted to stay, and the club had still funded the signings that we had, and Coutinho has stayed, but we could have conquered every fucking thing that there was to conquer, bro. Coutinho, oh man, we had our own Neymar. I don't care if I sound like I'm exaggerating, if I'm hyping. I don't care what anyone says. He's obviously not as good as Neymar.
People talk about Odegaard, yeah. I would say Coutinho has the passing ability of Odegaard, but the dribbling ability, my God, he was crazy with that dribbling. Like, he would just get past players, and his shooting was crazy.
Arsenal fans can argue with me till the cows come home. Peak Odegaard can't talk to peak Coutinho.
We haven't. That's the thing. We haven't seen peak Odegaard yet. But peak Coutinho, double digits of goals and assists in half a season in the Premier League. I'm just saying.
Peak Coutinho was fucking special, man.
Just saying.
If only we'd have been able to buy Van Dijk, Alisson, and Fabinho and keep Coutinho.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Drift. That's why I've got to keep telling you, man.
We would have won it all.
I keep telling you, like, if we don't get Coutinho, we don't get Ali.
I know, but that's what I hate about being a Liverpool fan, because Real Madrid and Man City would have kept Coutinho and bought all of those players, and that's the difference.
But I don't get it. But the thing is, we can afford it, though. That's the thing. That's why I don't get it. You know,
it's absolutely crazy. Coutinho, Salah, Bobby, Mane. You know, that dominates Europe for about 4
Do you know who's the closest to Coutinho? And Matt's gonna attest to this. Florian Wirtz. He is literally Coutinho reincarnated. The shooting, the dribbling, the passing.
Not quite yet. Not quite. He's an absolute baller, but not quite yet, bro. Not quite yet.
He don't have the dribbling flair like Coutinho, but boy, God, he's sick.
No, he is. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
I remember when he made
his qualified for Coutinho level just yet, bro.
Because I remember when he made his debut for Bayern, like long time ago, during COVID against Bayern Munich, and he scored on his debut. I was like, this guy could be a big problem to anyone.
Do you think that he'll leave Leverkusen now that Alonso's staying? Because I don't.
No. It'll be like Dortmund years ago. It'll be like Goetze leaving, then probably Grimaldo might leave to Barca or something like that.
What this summer? You think they will lose 1 or 2 of their stars this summer?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it might be the summer after.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all the players will give Alonso 1 more season.
I really do hope Szoboszlai does come back to what the player that he was at the start of the season, because he was stupid as well.
Yeah, in Germany, he was balling out.
Like this season, at the start of the season, he was showing me what the position that he's playing, and what he was doing. He was doing stuff that I didn't even know he was capable of, like dictating play, playing as a deep line playmaker. I did not know he was capable of doing that. So there's definitely a player in there, but you just have to wait to see what happens. Drifty, I don't think they're gonna score, man.
Well, Man United might have to make a defensive change at the moment, so this could be quite interesting. Now, the more I see the replay, Guavadal just literally had a brain fart. He's got no excuse. He can't even blame the goalie. I know the goalie shouldn't have come off his line, but he looks at the goalie the whole time and headers it over him like he's doing it on purpose, bruv.
Or did he do a Lucas Paqueta?
That's why I said Paqueta will fit right in with these City boys, isn't it? You know what? Yeah, I don't want to talk too much because, again, it seems like a serious situation as well, so I don't want to make light of it. But surely a 10-year ban is over the top.
Because they're saying it's a 10-year ban, they said.
Bro, they're saying Paqueta might get a 10-year ban.
Oh, no. It's got to be...
You might as well just ban him for football for the rest of his life because he's not old enough to recover from a 10-year ban. And 10 years without football means your career's over anyway.
Basically. And he's not young.
What is he, 26, 27? That's his career over, bro.
Yeah, it's definite. It'll probably be like 2-year ban, I think. Because it's a lot more serious than Tonali. What Tonali did, but Tonali got like a 14-month ban. I think it will be like a 2-year ban.
I think a 2-year ban and a hefty fine is a good punishment. 10 years? Come on, man. You can't be punishing someone for 10 years.
I mean, certain man should be punished for 10 years for saying some of the things that they say to certain players, but you know how that goes.
You don't even get a 10-year ban for drug cheating.
Nah, you get a 2-year ban. Wait,
and I know it's match fixing, obviously, but 10 years? That means your career is over. You might as well just say career done. There's no point saying we're giving you a 10-year ban. You might as well just say you're banned from football forever. Because you're never allowed back. 10 years out of the game, you're done. You couldn't even be 18 and have 10 years out of the game. Who's taking a 28-year-old who ain't played football for 10 years? Nobody.
Exactly. Is that what people are speculating, or that's what people are saying he should get?
No, it was the headline on the back of the paper the other day. Paqueta facing 10-year ban.
Nah, he ain't getting 10. Don't worry, he's not getting 10.
They brought on Haaland now. Gene, for Paqueta, for match fixing, he was deliberately getting yellow cards and there were bets on how many yellow cards he would get, and he was apparently deliberately getting, like, just arguing with the ref to just get a yellow, basically.
That I would say 100% serious. Like, you can't be doing stuff like that.
No, of course. That's scandalous. I can't even believe it. Here's the crazy thing, Ram, yeah? Why I have absolutely no, no sympathy at all, and you are a scumbag. You are already in the 1% of the world with regards to how much money you earn, and you still want more money? How can you justify earning 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 grand a week and still thinking, I need more money, let me cheat?
Well, they've got incentivized contracts. Like, if you score as many goals as this, you get extra money. That's how it works.
And that's hard work, bros. People don't want to work hard, do they?
Or if you get as many assists or you get as many wins, then you get extra money. Like,
bro, you could pay me £1,000 a week and I still wouldn't feel like I want to gamble and cheat to get more money.
Nah.
And these men are on 60, 70, 80, 100 grand a week and they still feel like they need to do... I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. It's madness. I'm quite intrigued as to how they actually find out you've done it as well. I'm very intrigued as to how they find out.
It must be like a whistleblower might have said something like that. It's got to be. Someone must have said something.
Oof! Walker, good save, Anana. Man United are going to win this game 2-0. Mad thing.
What minute are you on Drift?
76th minute.
Oh, okay. Because I saw Walker have a shot from distance, but Nana saved it. But
oh, so you're up to date then, bro?
No. That was like another minute. It It was like before.
Was Walker had two? Oh yeah. I think he did have another shot. You're right. Yeah, Onana made a save in the left side of the goal. This shot was in the right side of the goal. You're right.
Are you excited for Arne Slot drift?
Yeah, I am. I'm absolutely devastated about Klopp leaving. Absolutely devastated that Klopp's left. I can't. There's still a couple of his leaving videos I haven't been able to watch because I just don't want to put myself back in that mindset. But I am excited for Slot. I am, and I think we could be onto something with him. I just love the personality of the guy, and that's always what I wanted. Me and Cal went back and forth on this, and he's like, I just want a stone cold winner. I don't care about his personality. I just want to win, and I can understand that wanting to win, but I need to actually like my manager. I need to enjoy listening to press conferences and being intrigued as to what he's going to say. I don't want, like, if Ten Hag was Liverpool manager, I would pull my hair out. I might be bald on top, but I got hair around the sides, George Jefferson style. I'll be pulling it out, bro.
Damn.
I'd actually be pulling out my hair if I had to listen to Ten. Would you want to listen to Ten Hag, bro?
Nah. Absolutely not.
And we win, and we are the best, and we play hard. But fuck no, bro. I'd be like, lock this. I don't care what he said. I don't care what he has to say. Ain't nobody got time for that, bro.
Yeah. Not for me, man.
Gaslights the fuck out the Man United fans, bro. We were brilliant in this game, and I'm surprised what people like, bro. What are you gaslighting, bro? You were crap. What are you talking about, bro?
That's the thing. I think Slot is a little bit more of a more straightforwardness about him. He's
real, like, bro. You don't care, bro. He's real. And one thing I'll say as well, I love the fact that he's been getting ready for Premier League and believed he was good enough for Premier League to the point where he actually has Feyenoord speaking English in Holland. That's how much he wanted to prepare for being a Premier League manager.
Yeah.
And he said no to the Man United project, and he said no to the Tottenham project, meaning he's also smart enough to, like, not just take any random job. He was waiting for a job he felt was right. And he's got the balls to take over from Klopp. Not many people have got the balls to do
I mean,
that.
a lot of people didn't. A lot of people forget that. Many people were a bit scared about taking over from Klopp. They're going to have the same impact as Klopp. But one thing I've got to respect Klopp was the fact that he personally made sure that the fans were on board with him.
Yeah.
Like, not many people would want that, would care about that. They wouldn't care about who's coming in later. But this guy, Klopp, he actually cared. He cares about the club afterwards. That's been him.
100%. Now, Freedom, I know in Holland they do get taught English from a very young age. That's why most Dutch people are fluent in English. I understand that. I remember I was talking to a Dutch guy once, and I think he said something like, if you haven't got a certain level of English, you get held back or something like that. Like, you have to know how to speak English. So I get
it's the same in Germany as well.
I understand that Dutch people are good at speaking, but remember, not all the players are Dutch that play for Feyenoord. And I just mean, it's just brilliant mentality that he wanted to get used to teaching in English, that he's been making it a thing in Holland. Do you know what I mean? That they all speak English. It must be frustrating for the players to be like, bro, we don't even live in England, but we got to speak English. But you got to rate it from Slot's point of view. He's like, no, I need to get to the point where I know exactly how to deliver all my instructions in English because I've been practicing in English how to be a manager.
I think that's the thing, is like English is the universal language. So everyone's like, then if everyone can speak in English, then we all know what we can do.
Was it English, Spanish, and then French? I think.
Yeah, that's the main three, I think, off the top of my head.
I'd love to learn Spanish, man.
you have to have like a coach. Well, I wouldn't say you have to have a coach. The only thing I found hard about the languages is the differences. Like you have like a completely different word for different like phrases.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
like
why I
in
wouldn't even. That's why I wouldn't even try to learn Cantonese or Mandarin, bro. Because I've heard how many differences there are between what things mean and all that kind of stuff.
That's why like people when they're learning a new language, I'm like, yo, it's hard, you know, because
I don't have the brain for it, Ram. I'll be honest. I don't have the brain to learn a language. I just don't.
because
My brain is too lazy and will always just want to revert back to what I already know in English. Like when I was at school, I tried to learn French and je m'appelle, bonjour, à la piscine. Like that's the most I ever got, bruv. Like who I be too? Like all these like random basic. I live here. What's your name? Hello. Like basic shit, bruv. I think I can count to 20, I think. But like, and that was like 2 or 3 years of learning French, bro. Like my brain just don't have the capacity to take on and trying to write it. It's one thing speaking it, bro, but trying to actually write it down on paper, nah, bro.
That's crazy.
That's mad. When I see foreign people reading in English, I rate it even more than speaking it, bro.
100. But it's like you're not even that. It's like you got the masculine and the feminine of the word. When in English, you just got the word. You just got the word cat. Like if you say cat, or you have like gato and like you know what I mean? Like hermano, hermana. You just got brother, sister. That's it. It's just a word, one word. That's it. Nothing more. But in Spanish or French, you got the feminine version and the masculine version, everything like that. It's like
big up you, Alexander. 3 languages. That's sensational. But they call that bilingual.
Yeah, bilingual is when you can speak 2 languages at the same time.
Crazy.
Drifty.
I'd love to be able to just switch in between languages, man.
Drifty is not looking good, bruv.
It's not. It's not. It's over. It's over, bro. Man United have won the FA Cup. There's absolutely no way. The way Man City are playing, in 10 minutes they're scoring 2 goals.
100%.
I wouldn't put it past them because of how good they are, but their performance is absolutely shocking. Well, ZK can speak 4 languages. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, the younger you are, the easier it is to learn a language scientifically. So I wish that I'd have made more effort when I was younger to try while I was still young enough for my brain to take it on. I think the only way I would ever learn a language is if I was forced to live in that country and then just realized I've got to learn it now, innit? Because it is what it is. I think that's the only way I would learn another language. If I'm living in England, I ain't gonna learn no other language. I understand patois if people would give me that. So yeah, I speak 2 languages.
I rate it, man. I rate it.
Oh man. What happened, Virgin? I speak 2 languages. I forgot about that.
Man, claim it, bro. Claim it, man. You know, you say you're bilingual, man.
Sammy, when I came Trinidad, I understand every word. So that means I understand Trini. Is that 3 languages? Do I speak 3 languages, Sammy? Let me know, bro. Oh gosh, boy. Tobago. If anyone's looking for somewhere to go where they just want to see beauty, Tobago is so nice.
Tobago
is beautiful. White sand, blue sea, beautiful. Oh, hold on. Hello.
Oh, is it hello?
Hello. Jeremy Doku, 86th minute. Hello.
Hey, yo. Drifty, we got a game. Finally, man. We got a game.
Hello. Hold on a minute. Ram, should I place that bet as well? For fuck's sake, man.
I know, but it wouldn't have been a win, though, Drift. It would have been a draw.
No, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to bet on the draw.
Yeah, it won't be worth it, though, innit?
Yeah, I was only going to get 39 quid.
Yeah.
Actually, let me not say only, because £39 is a lot of money these days.
Yeah, man. Like, you can get a proper meal with that, man.
Innit, Gene? Don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere.
Oh, Nana. I had a look at the goal. Nana, that goalkeeping was a bit, I'm just saying. Wasn't that good.
Yeah, Sammy, big up, definitely. I can imagine. Hey, Sammy shameless, I said, I just saw Fergie's in the crowd, so Pep's not even the best manager in the stadium.
God damn.
Oh, that's a Real Madrid fan right there. Big up, Sammy.
Big up, Sammy, man.
Now, personally, I think Guardiola is the greatest of all time, and I don't think he'll ever be beaten. But I understand people saying Fergie. Oh, Doku's cooking! Man United, if you bottle this...
I mean, remember Coventry City, Drift? Coventry City.
I'm just saying. Doku's cooking up a storm here. Doku! Oh, he's being a bit greedy now, though. He's taking a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man thinks he's 21 Savage.
Thinks he's Ronaldinho, bro.
Garnacho was such a basic baller.
Man, I don't rate him. I really don't rate him.
I used to think he was all right, but my brother was right. He's a basic baller, man.
He's got pace. He's got a lot of pace.
He's Theo Walcott.
He is literally Theo Walcott. You're literally taking the words right out of my mouth, Drift. He is Theo Walcott.
He's Theo Walcott.
I'd even say Theo Walcott's a better finisher than him.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. But no, Drifty, in fact, that's a fact. Theo Walcott is a better finisher than Garnacho. That's a fact.
Drifty, I'll tell you this, though. When I told you about Trixie's up against Wan-Bissaka, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Doku's come on and just said, you know what, I'm going to just run at Wan-Bissaka, and he's got past him every time nearly.
Because I remember he was playing up against Son, and he looked basic. And I was like, hope to God Mane just goes at him, because once he gets past him, he is going to get cooked. And he feels under the cosh. And he did.
I would thump a Kanji in his rib cage if he ever did that in my team. You idiot.
What, did he shoot from long range?
Yeah, bro, for no reason. I'd thump him in his ribs, blood.
Yeah, that's only reserved for flipping, what's his name? Company and Rodri.
What an idiot. No, it's ZK. I did say there's no way City are coming back, but that was based on the way they were playing. Ram, you can back me up. I said they have the ability to come back, but they're playing so poorly I can't see it.
Yeah, you were saying it. You were saying it. You weren't being salty or anything. You were saying it completely, being like, these man just not at the races. They
weren't. 7 minutes on the clock. It's just gone up 7. So they've got 6.5 minutes to salvage this. I wouldn't bet against them at this point because Man United have the bottle gene this season, and that's the crazy thing.
Yeah, they do.
If it was another team, I'd think maybe they could hold on, but we know, as you said, Coventry City, bro, on this very ground, Man, you do have the bottle gene. Rasmus has come on, but he's just playing defensively. Man United are basically playing 5-5. Look, Doku's Wan-Bissaka nearly gave away a penalty there. against Doku. Man United are just playing
Just
a
saying,
5-5
man.
formation.
Just
No forwards, just 5-5.
5-5.
Good catch from Manana. Yeah, they're just playing 5-5, bro. They're not playing no 5-4-1, but they're just playing 5-5. 2 banks of 5. That is it, bro. Defend for your life. Is Pep gonna be kicking himself for not starting Doku?
I saw that track or drift. I don't know because the Doku hasn't been that great this season, so I heard him not starting it. But like, hindsight is a wonderful thing, man. It is.
Got 81 of you in the building. Big up yourselves, everyone, man. Much appreciated. Smash that like button. Make sure you go and subscribe to Ram as well. And if you haven't here, I know sometimes people forget. Please make sure you subscribe.
But Drifty, the question is, man, when is the pro clubs for KOP-ISH, man?
We've been running a few on the members, but with all of us, we've got to get Cal synced up and ready, man. During the summer, 100%, bro. 100% during the summer.
Yeah, because FIFA's only fun for pro clubs in the summer. That's it. That is it.
And the crazy thing is, I'm thinking of opening it up on my channel as well to play with the people. I'm thinking of opening the members and giving all the members a chance to come and play with me or against me. That could be fun. So stay tuned for that as well, peeps. Because I've had quite a few people saying they want me to start a member so they can support the channel, which I massively appreciate. So I've been trying to figure out what the best way would be to give the members something. See, here's the thing. I'm running the agenda, Ram, so let me run it. Who cares? I'm being shameless. If this was Liverpool in the final and Nunes or Gakpo had the exact same game that Haaland has had this game, everybody would be on their neck. Why is Haaland, just because he scores goals a lot, get away with these big games where he doesn't do anything?
Not entirely sure, Drift.
I remember the semi-final and the final last year. Man City won it, so maybe that's why they didn't care. Haaland was non-existent in all of those games.
No. Honestly, Drift, I don't know. Because Haaland's done it. Haaland's been there and done it, innit?
But has he? When was the last time in a semi-final or final Haaland had a good game, though? They always shouted at Harry Kane, he's not a big game player. So why don't they say the same thing about Haaland?
Because Haaland scores about 20 or 30 goals a season, Drift.
So does Harry Kane, Ram.
But Haaland's won trophies, though. Well, he's contributed his team winning trophies, though. That's the thing.
2 minutes to go. Bernardo Silva's got it out wide. Terrible cross from the Rat. Goes for a goal kick. Man United are going to hold on here.
Yeah, I feel like they will. The goal just came too late. Okay, the goal came far too late.
Yeah. Unless Man City, as Sammy said, unless they've got a Real Madrid moment in them in the last minute.
I don't see it though, Drift. I really don't.
Not on the way they're playing, no. Because even the Doku goal just came out of a piece of individual brilliance and poor goalkeeping. It's not like Man City were building pressure.
Well, expect a load of United fans to say that they've had a better season than us, even though they're playing.
Oh yeah, they're gonna say they've had a better season than everyone, bro. Let them be delusional.
I can't wait for next season, man. I want to see what Arne Slot does with his team, man. I really do. And I want to see the transfers that we'll get. I want to see if we can go up another gear. And I have a
Back
feeling we
post from
can.
Doku. Bernardo's done well to keep it in. Why is Walker shooting there? And what the hell was Haaland even doing there? Oh, shit. Haaland. Man United are going to score. Ah.
They have. Have they scored?
No. Oh, but they've won a free kick. Game's over. Oh no, he was blowing for a free kick. Oh. Man United's won the FA Cup. This is crazy. This is crazy. Man United have won the FA Cup. I told you, football is a funny old game.
Football is a humbler, isn't it?
Football is a humbler. It's a funny old game. These motherfuckers finished on minus goal difference and won a trophy. How is that even possible, bro?
Yeah.
It's over. Man United have won the FA Cup. It's over. Man City, you fucking bottled it.
Yeah, they bottled it. They could have had a double.
You absolutely bottled it. You lost to Man United in a final.
Have shame, man. Have shame.
Unbelievable. Ram, let's start running the agenda. They keep Ten Hag.
They've got to keep him, man. I mean, this guy's won 2 trophies in 2 seasons. He's done so much for the club. He's arguably been one of their most successful managers post Fergie, and they want to get rid of it without this new ownership or backroom staff that they have. Like, come on, what are we doing here?
Do you want to know something? As much as I hate Man United, fuck Man City, innit? And it's good to see disappointment on their face because these motherfuckers get their own way all the time. It's good to see disappointment on the faces of Man City players. I don't care.
Could have been us, Drift. Could have been us. That's what's going through my head.
Madness.
It's mad how these are the same guys that almost lost to Coventry, man.
Crazy. Crazy. Me update the score, people. Mad thing. Mad thing. Man United have won the FA Cup.
Who would you say has the best young talent out of everybody? Liverpool, United, or City, or Arsenal?
I'd have to go Man City, bro. If you look at the level of Cole Palmer and Foden, with Oscar Bob coming through, even though other teams have got brilliant youngsters, like we've got Kwanzaa, we've got Bradley, like other teams do have brilliant youngsters, but Palmer and Foden are so much better than everyone else's talent.
What about who has the best, like which club has the, like, in terms of just one player they have to represent the club, who would have the best youngster?
I'll say Foden. I'll say Foden.
Would you count him as a youngster though, Drift?
What, at 23? You think he might be a bit too old now to be counted as one of the youngsters?
Yeah.
If we're talking under 21 then, it would be between... How old's Palmer now? I don't actually know how old Cole Palmer is. Obviously, I know he's young, but...
Kobe Mino is certainly the second player in history to score in an FA Cup final.
What?
Crazy.
Of a certain age, you mean?
Yeah, teenager to score an FA Cup
Who's it?
final.
Owen, the other one?
Nah. It will probably
Did Owen not score? Was he not a teenager when he scored? No, was he older?
I don't think so. John Sissons for West Ham in 1964. That is crazy.
I'd probably say the best under 21 player is Cole Palmer if he's under 21. If Cole Palmer's older than 21, then I would probably say that it might be Mainu or Kwanzaa.
Okay.
Yeah. Mainu or Kwanzaa. People are going to lean towards Mainu because of the fact that he's scoring goals and he's stealing high, he's thinking that way. But if you go through the season, Mainu still had a lot of poor games. I don't remember one poor game from Kwanzaa. Even when he gave the ball away against Man United, he was still brilliant in the actual game.
He got an assist for the way he got a pass for that penalty.
That he did that. So, yeah, I'd say it's between Mainu and Kwanzaa if we're talking under 21. If Palmer isn't under 21. If Palmer's under 21, then it's Palmer. Man United have lucked out having a gem coming through while they're in a crisis, though, I tell you.
Always. They always seem to have one player that just comes through that is just a gem. And they're crap. Why can't they...
Palmer's 22. Okay, so he can't qualify then. Yeah, so it'll be between Mainu and Kwanzaa then. And I'm so pleased for both of them that they're on the plane, to be fair. That Southgate's actually taking the risk. And he's actually taking the crop of the young bucks because he's realised they are the better players.
Who do you think is better, Kwanzaa or Jared Branthwaite?
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, you say?
Yeah.
Not Branthwaite.
Branthwaite is he definitely looks good. Don't get me wrong, but he hasn't played at the level of Kwanzaa. So I know whether he can deal with the pressure. With all due respect, it's much easier when you're at a lower club to deal with the pressure being a youngster. But to be at Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, that level of pressure, being a young kid, is different. It's totally different.
And you're playing up against, well, not always you're playing up against, you're partnering world-class centre-backs. Partnering.
When you play, with all due respect, when you play for your Forests, your Evertons, your Fulhams, you know you've got time. You know the team will give you time. Do you know what I mean? Because they're in a situation where they need you to come good. It helps for them that you come good. That's all they want. Even if it's to sell you for profit, they're willing to give you that time. When you're at the big clubs, couple bad games, he's not good enough. Boom, back in the under 23s. Before you know it, you're on loan. Your whole career is in the mud. Do you know what I mean? So much different the pressure when you're at the big clubs. Much pressure. Playing centre back for Liverpool and playing centre back for Everton ain't even remotely close pressure wise. Expectations, all that kind of stuff is.
Bro, why? I swear to God, Chelsea fans are just weird. They're so
Look at all
weird.
these mofos trying to do the Klopp thing. Pussy.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Do the fist pumps and all that. Like, what's wrong with these people, man?
Bro,
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you right now. I'm gonna start a conspiracy theory right now. Marcus Rashford is crying. This is his last game for Man United.
I think he might go PSG.
This is his last game for Man United. There's no way Rashford is crying over the FA Cup for winning it. There's no way he's crying because he's won the FA Cup. He's leaving. This is his last game. And he knows it. This is his last game. I've never seen any professional footballer of his ability cry over winning the FA Cup. You're just happy, it's joy, you're jumping around. I've never ever. You cry for the Champions League, you cry for the Premier League, you cry for the World Cup. You don't cry for the FA Cup.
Yeah.
He's leaving. He's gone. He's leaving. Would you take Rashford at Liverpool, Ram?
You know what? I low-key kind of do.
Bro, I would take him at Liverpool.
Loki,
I
I
would
kind
take
of.
Rashford at Liverpool, bro. I can't
No,
even
you
lie.
know what? It was crazy, innit? It's crazy. A left winger, but he's got skills. He can smack a ball well. Like he would cook. He would cook for us. He would actually cook for us.
I've said it for a while, so people know that I'm not just like I would take Rashford. Now that Klopp's leaving, I'd maybe be a little bit more skeptical because Klopp was always the one I believed would get the best out of Rashford.
Oh,
I always
100%.
said if Klopp got hold of Rashford, he would utilize his ability and you would see an absolute G. And the thing is, when a lot of people talk about Rashford in terms of like his output and his overall, like I'm seeing a couple of people who say like he ain't got the right mentality. I think that's because Man United is just a toxic, weird club and he's gone stale. Honestly, I believe if he had a manager who believed in him and he went to a new club with a fresh start, I think he'd be fine.
I hear it. But I think his time has come. I think he's gonna go to like PSG or something. I don't see him staying here. I really don't.
To leave. He has to leave Man United.
Oh, I can't. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know what to feel, man.
Look, even the way some of the players are talking to him and stuff, he looks way too emotional for a guy who's only emotional because he's won the FA Cup. I think he's looking at him thinking, this is the last time I wear this shirt. And remember, he's a Manchester United through and through, so it would be emotional to leave.
That's true. That is true. That is his boyhood club.
When I watched the interview when Robbie Fowler was talking about how hard it was for him to leave Liverpool, when you're a boyhood club, it's not the same as leaving like just a club you like or you've been at for a while. Like when you grow up from the ends, support the club, like it's not the same. Leaving is a whole different thing. Oh wow. Man United going to the Europa League and Chelsea are in the conference.
That is wild to me. That is wild to me.
Chelsea are fuming right now. Right now, Chelsea are like, Man City, you had one job. You had one job.
I'm gonna message on the group site saying before Chelsea fans pipe up. Just to let you know you're in conference.
Mad. Crazy. I told you, football is a fucking madness. It's a madness. How on earth have we just witnessed Man United not only win, but outplay Man City in the final?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know, Drift. I really don't know.
Crazy.
It don't make no sense to me at all.
Man City should have just let Chelsea beat them in the semi-final. We could have had an actual competitive final. Because I think a Chelsea Man U final would have been really fun to watch. That game was boring as hell, bro.
Facts.
Big up, Gene. Much appreciated, man. Appreciate you guys as well. I know it sounds corny and stuff when we say it, but you guys supporting, jumping in, giving us big ups. I've seen so many big ups for Ram as well during the stream. We really appreciate it, man. It means a lot. We never take for granted the fact that you guys come and show your support. You could have been anywhere else in the world watching this game, but you chose to watch it with us, man. So I appreciate that. It's crazy, Ram. Man United have won the FA Cup. It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy how to feel, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to feel. I don't know whether to laugh or to be like a bit annoyed. Because at the end of the day, it's still United. And I don't like United. I hate them with a passion.
Yeah, I know. That's why deep down I'm struggling with it a little bit. I'm not even going to lie. I'm struggling a little bit. Big up Sadiq. He says, it's official. Man United have had a better season than Arsenal. Fact.
I'll still hold fire on that, though.
Big up.
I'll still hold fire on that.
Nah, Ram, surely you can't believe that a title challenge, but with no trophy at the end of it, is better than an abysmal league campaign. I get it. but a trophy at the end, bro.
I would say Arsenal's had a more disappointing season, and United have had a weird season.
So Ram, be honest. Be honest. Big up yourself, Aubrey. Say superb watch along. Appreciate that, brother. Be honest, Ram. Be 100% honest. Take all bias out of it, all hate for anything, and just try and be as neutral as possible. Who has a better summer right now? An Arsenal fan or a Man United fan?
Banter-wise, or just like in general?
No, the feeling you would have within yourself. Be honest. What feeling do you think going into this summer gives you a better feeling? Being a Man United fan or being an Arsenal fan?
Honestly, an Arsenal fan.
Seriously?
Yeah, because United are still shit.
No, forget. That's what I'm saying. Forget about like what the future will hold and all of that stuff. I just mean the feeling you're having right now going into the summer.
Oh, objectively, if the same club had these two outcomes, they would obviously pick what United have had, winning the trophy at the end of the day.
So how can you say Arsenal have had a better season then, bro?
Because one, Arsenal have qualified for Champions League. United are playing Europa. 2, United doesn't change the fact that United are still in a bad place, and
I hear that
Arsenal are in such a better place where they're moving forward and upwards. And thirdly, for me, this just papers over the cracks. Like how many times have we laughed at Arsenal for winning FA Cup after FA Cup when they didn't improve at all?
No, that's fact. Everything you're saying is an absolute fact, bro. But I'll ask Arsenal questions, the same question I asked them yesterday. I don't know if you saw our show yesterday, but I'll ask it while you can hear me. Why were Tottenham lambasted for years under Poch when they played the best football? They were so good. They was on a budget. They were doing brilliant. The coaching was brilliant. They were so fun to watch. There were a lot of neutrals' favorite team, but they were always lambasted because they never got over the line and they were just the nearly men. Tottenham don't win anything. Arsenal are 5 years into an Arteta project and 4 years without a trophy, doing exactly what Tottenham did. Why is it different rules for different teams?
Narrative.
Fuck the Arsenal narrative, Ram. They ain't won shit. They ain't won shit, bro. They right now are Pochettino's Tottenham.
At this moment, yeah, they are. But for me, I don't know how they can get any better. Drifty, I don't know how they can get any better. Can you explain to me how they could get better?
It's a funny one, isn't it? Because you could go to the easiest thing. You could say, go and get a striker. But then having a target man might change the way they play, and it might not necessarily be better for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And what do they do with £65 million Havertz if they do buy a striker? Because he can't play midfield. We all saw that. So what? He just holds bench then.
I guess so, Drift. And no offense, no one would want to be playing on the bench for Arsenal. No one would want to hold bench for Arsenal. They'll want to be like, I want to start.
It's a sticky one. But people, I'm going to wrap it up there because I don't care about watching Man United lift this trophy.
Yeah, I've clocked out. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Big up your damn self. Congratulations to Man United, though. They did the impossible. They beat Man City in the final. Congratulations to them. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Absolutely love the fact that you guys joined us. Ram, big up your damn self each and every time, bro. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, I will be back this week. Guarantee, guys. I've got some things cooking up that I'm gonna be doing, so please stay tuned. But yeah, until next time, people, love as always. Please make sure you smash that like button and subscribe on your way out, and we will catch you in the next one, people. Peace.